When you're home alone, do you hear the noise of walking or various footsteps in another room? Do you hear the faint whispers or the shouts of your name? What are those noises? Where do they come from? You may think they are your imagination acting up, but I assure you, they are not. Chills do not run up your spine when an opossum runs across your grave, no. You get chills when your instincts tell you you aren't alone. When the thing in the back of your mind simply brings itself forward. You may run, but you cannot escape. Fear is a feeling you may not get away from. When you feel sad or upset, watching a movie or listening to music will drown out that emotion. Not fear. You see, if you are afraid, there is no escape until you can prove to your brain that you are truly alone. However, what if you just cannot prove that you're alone? What if those footsteps and voices just get worse as your fear rises? You know you can't shake it off. There is nothing to take your mind off it. This reality in which we live in is an unforgiving hole of despair and depression. We can startle ourselves into a fantasy of emotion, but how long does that really last? If you think about it, we all die. But what causes death? Does our own fear cause death? What about the chain letter you never reposted in junior high school? We know nothing of death. We know fear, ah yes. Back to fear. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of the ghost you saw last year, or maybe a disembodied calling of your name? Maybe even footsteps you've heard. When you're home alone, do you hear the noise? On March 12, 2007, on the B board of 4chan, an anonymous user posted a GIF image. At first glance, strangely, the GIF image wasn't animated. It was titled, "I'm happy.gif, and showed what appeared to be a drawing of a smiley face, only with realistic looking eyes and mouth. People who clicked on it saw the smiley face's smile slowly turn into a frown, and the eyes taking on an angrier appearance. The smiley face would then scream loudly, loud enough to burst eardrums, and gruesome images of rapes, bomb test victims, aborted fetuses, mutilated bodies, and animals being tortured would flash up quickly. After about 5 minutes, it would show the text, "Have nice day," and the user's computer would automatically close out of the browser and would stop working, as if a virus had corrupted the hard drive. People whose computers were infected would shortly be found in their homes, skinned and mutilated, with a smiley face painted in blood on the floor next to their corpses. Moot, the founder of 4chan, had always claimed the picture never existed and the murders were unrelated. However, somewhere in the archives, the picture still exists. People who attempt to post it are usually swiftly banned by Moot. In Corona, California, there was once a road known by most locals as the Never-Ending Road. Specifically, the road's true name was Lester Road. Now, over 20 years later, the landscape of Corona has changed, and the Never-Ending Road is no more. However, years ago, Lester Road was an unlit road that people claimed became a never-ending road when driven at night. The people who made such a drive were never seen or heard from again. The legend became so well known that people refused to even drive Lester Road during the day. One night, like many teens my age, I drove up Lester Road, but only a short distance, and in my headlights it did look like it went on forever. Frightened, I quickly turned around, because if I continued up the road, I thought I might never return again. Perpetuation of the legend convinced local law enforcement to investigate. Lester Road took a sharp left turn at its end, and there were no guardrails. Beyond the curve lay a canyon, and on the other side of the canyon was another road that lined up so well with Leicester Road that when viewed from the correct angle, especially at night, the canyon vanished from sight, and the road seemed to continue on up and over the hill on the other side of the canyon. Upon investigation of the canyon, dozens of cars were found, fallen to their doom, with decomposing bodies of the victims still strapped to their seats.